Hello, dear friends. Here we are with another study of the book Green Light by the Spirit André Luiz through the mediumship of Francisco Candido Xavier. Thank you so very much for joining me this morning. I want to make sure the systems are all working. What a blessing to be here. So today's chapter is chapter 20. 20 weeks we've been together. I should say 21 weeks because we did the preface as well, out of 51 weeks. So we'll be together a few more times, but always learning with André Luiz and the Superior Spirits. I hope this day finds you well. And today we'll be talking about obstacles. What do we do when certain things in our lives don't work the same way we expecting? And that's what André Luiz is going to give us the insights of what to do. The beauty of this book is that it is very practical. It deals with things you and I and all of the other beings of this earth are going through. So it's a blessing to see that we can count on the comforting words of André Luiz. So we thank him, wherever he is in the spiritual realm, for bringing us this teaching. So today is about obstacles. He says, quote, "In the presence of obstacles, do your best and keep moving forward." Unquote for now. So what happens when we face a difficulty, a roadblock, an obstacle, something that is preventing us from doing the things we want? He says, do your best. We continue to do the best we can. And he says, keep moving forward. What a blessing to say this. So just keep on fighting. In a good way. Fighting a good fight. We're not endorsing any violence. He continues, we'll always upset someone as much as someone can upset us. In the same way, not everybody can live in the same place. Not everyone can share the same ideas. Unquote. Isn't that beautiful? It mirrors exactly what we see in nature. The biodiversity of this beautiful earth is amazing. And that's the same when it comes to the almost 8 billion beings that are present in this earth right now. We are all different. And he says we cannot live in the same place and we don't share the same ideas. We are all individual spirits with multiple diverse experiences. So what I've been through in this life and my previous lives is different from what you've been through in this life and in other lifetimes and the many lifetimes to come, where the end result is a superior spirit, but we have different trajectories. So when we are going about the world, it's natural that we may find resistance, we may find obstacles, especially if we are seeking to do the good, as you're going to tell us in the end of this chapter. Find yourself with difficulties, obstacles. What should we not do? He says, never scream, explode, or be enraged. Never give in or never give up, but continue working. Unquote for now. So one sentence. What we see today is this inability of us of controlling our emotions, our actions, and we see a lot of aggression, a lot of behavior that is less than ideal as we go about this life. And he says when we find something that contrasts with what we think, on top of thinking nobody lives the same way, nobody lives in the same place, nobody shares the same ideas. It says, don't scream, explode, or enrage. How many of us see, or even are the ones posting things, sharing things that are enraging people, that are calling into violence, that are less than ideal behavior? And if we think about it a little bit outside the book Green Light, I'm going to invite you to read the book Jesus in the Home by Neil Lucio, where Neil Lucio brings to us instances where the Christ is with his disciples. And in that book, you and I can study the body language of Jesus. Jesus never screamed. He never was enraged or exploded at people. He was always kind and loving and understanding. And Jesus being our guiding model, that's what you and I need to look and be trying to be more mindful of those actions, of our tone of voice, of how we speak, how we can infuse the conversation with loving smile, how we can pray for others and send them loving vibrations, so that when we are the ones witnessing screaming, rage, explosions, then we can be quenching those activities in our daily lives and not be the ones starting it as well. He says, after overcoming a problem, now you are on the other side of the obstacle. André Luiz says, expect more to come. Really? Yes, he says, quote, after overcoming a problem, expect more to come. When we are in this sowing of goodness, when we make a commitment to become better, obstacles will come. And after all, life on the earth is not a vacation, it's not a leisure trip. Life on the earth is for you and I to learn and to grow. And then, based on the things we've done in the past, the law of cause and effect, we are here to overcome our own difficulties, to meet people that we may not have loved as much in other lives. We're still learning to love in this one and many other ones to come. And it's a challenge. So overcome the problems, more might come our way. What if you make a mistake? Look at these beautiful teachings here. He says, quote, a mistake teach us the right way, the correct way. And failure show us the way to safety. How many of us don't own up to our errors? And we need to be humble and say, I made a mistake. This was not right to say or to do. And I'm here to make amends, because only the superior spirits don't make mistakes, right? You and I are in this earth. We don't know everything. We are not Christ, who is guiding and directing lovingly from the superior spirits our evolution on the planet. So we're bound to make mistakes. Mistakes, when we reflect on them, not brooding, not dwelling on them forever. When we reflect, what have I done today? Would I be able to, if my life on the planet, if I were to discarnate today, will I be satisfied with the things that I said and done today? That's in relationship to the question 919 and the essay by St. Augustine in the Spirit's book. Anything achieved is done little by little. So let's say you want to start something. Let's say you want to start a spiritist group. Let's say you have a new project at work. Let's say you have a new family, a new house. Anything is done little by little. It's not by leaps and bounds, even though today many of us want instant gratification, but things happen for a reason at the right time, especially in the sowing of the harvest of spiritism. Is the superior spirits' time, the ones who have endorsed us and mentored us and sponsored us in order to allow us to be here today. It's on their time that things will happen. He says, on days of calamities, do not get angry or blame anyone, but bear in mind that we have to return to the right track and go forward. Let's say you made a mistake, something happened on your way. Do not angry or blame others. Return to the work and move forward. Dwelling on the past in order to learn something can have value, but he says move on. Do it again. Trust in the good spirits helping us. Try it again. He who searches for goodness will certainly suffer attacks from evil. And that's sometimes one thing that makes people a little disheartened or disappointed when they see spiritism, because they think their lives are going to get much easier. And in a sense does, because it brings to us the teachings of our true nature as spiritual beings incarnated on the earth in exchange with the spiritual realm. But it brings responsibility. So sometimes it's harder because you can, once you know that there's more than the physical, that you're not going to vanish when you die, you're just going to change dwellings or clothing, that you have many lifetimes already, that you have much more, God willing, of the grace of God in order to grow and progress. It makes it very hard to make the same decisions, to hurt people, to treat the earth the way we do, to hurt the animals. Those are things that are, we know now that there are consequences to our actions. So sometimes when we are searching for the goodness to become a better person, attacks of the evil will come because our spiritual friends who are around us might still be wanting us to continue with the leisure, to continue with the addictions, to continue with this all about me, all about my time, all about my activities. But when we step outside of ourselves and continue to work in the goodness, say, that is not fun anymore to spend the whole weekend only doing things for me, when there's so much need around the world, and when we can find joy in service, that can trigger those who are experiencing this lifetime through us, through this exchange in both worlds, and makes it hard for us. But fear not, the good spirits are with you right now. We all have something to contribute to this life. And he says, sow goodness through everything and everyone. Sow the good. Share the good. Think the good. Mold the good. Visualize the good. Now I'm mixing Andrea Luiz with Emmanuel in the book Falling Life. Sow goodness through everything and everyone, in any illicit ways and illegal ways, and by using all of the resources at your disposal, recognizing that if in the terms of the harvest, God expects time from man, while man, as in humankind, must surrender time to God. Isn't that beautiful? That's the call of action today. Go out there, sow the goodness and the light that lives within you, the seed of goodness that lives inside of you. Book Living Spring, message 30, Educate by Emmanuel. And do the good. Share the good, like the good. Be confident in the good. Faith and trust in God that is sustaining our lives on the earth and bringing to you and I beautiful teachings such as the book Green Light by the Spirit, Andrea Luiz. Our deepest gratitude to him and to our dear Medium Francisco Candido Xavier, who took the time and sacrificed so that we can have these teachings today and for eternity now, that everything lives forever in the internet as well, right? Dear friends, thank you so very much for joining me today, and I hope that this teachings can help you in your journey of spiritual development, please write to us, comment, subscribe, like, to all of the things that will allow others to access these teachings as well. May you stay well, may you stay safe, and God willing, I will see you next week. Bye bye.